Good afternoon and welcome everyone to the press conference with Team USA. Before I would like to remember the photographers that you will be allowed to take pictures for the first 5 minutes, okay? And then I will kindly ask you to leave the room, and thank you in advance about that. We are here with the head coach, Jill Ellis, and the player Lauren Holiday, number 12. I will ask you, for both of you, how prepared do you feel the team is for tomorrow's match?
Well, we're very excited. We've talked about kind of been training for a year for this, and some of the players obviously longer, but we're excited. It's going to be a tremendous match. We feel like we have a good preparation, and in our preparation we have confidence and just excited to get this thing started.
Yeah, I think for the players, we've prepared our whole life to play in a World Cup final. So we're extremely excited. And I think what's so special about this team is that we've trusted each other. We've trusted our coaching staff the whole time. So I trust in our preparation going into this game, and we're excited to play.
Okay. Now the floor is yours. Please raise your hands and wait for the microphone, okay? The first question here.
RDS Montreal. My question is for Coach Ellis. Coach Saseki said earlier today that the US team has helped his team to grow through the years. But is there something that you've learned from them that will make it different in this final?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think 2011. I've said it. I think it was a watershed moment with Japan winning. I think the quarterfinal victory over Germany, I think it made everybody in the world realize that having the ball has a big part to do with being successful. It doesn't matter how big or strong you are. The technique part is a massive part of the game. So I think in that terms, it made everybody realize that the refinement of technique and the constant evolution of the technical game is really important to our development. So in terms of that, yes, I think they've helped us and everybody else in terms of recognizing what's important.
Lauren, how much of a mutual respect is there between these two teams with some of the recent history?
I think we have so much respect for Japan and the way that they play the game, and I think they feel the same way about us. And it's a good game every time we play them. It's a good matchup, and I think it's going to be a very exciting final.
Just a second. The blue shirt.
Jill, watching the quarterfinal and the semi-final and the way England and Australia approached trying to knock Japan off the rhythm and not let them keep the ball for long spells, what did you learn from those games? Because there's pros and cons to doing that kind of pressing, isn't there?
Sure. I think we just have to be smart about when we pick and choose moments. I think I have a lot of confidence in our team's ability to hold the ball and keep the ball as well. And certainly, yeah, you can't press and chase and make it a physical game for 90 minutes. But, I think we've got a great balance in our team. And I think, as against the Germans, I think we were able to keep the ball and move the ball quickly. And I think that's going to be the great part about this game is both teams are going to want to have the ball.
Green.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Koki Harada from Japan, freelancer. Abby said that yesterday she has a huge motivation to beat Japan after you couldn't succeed 4 years ago in Frankfurt. Do your ladies share the same idea, or if you have any other motivation which you lift up the other things, can you tell us, please?
Honestly, the only motivation I have is to try and help this team win a World Cup. I wasn't around in 2011 as part of the staff, but I've said this a lot. I don't have a rearview mirror in my life. I always look forward and, try and be about tomorrow. And so it's not about what's happened before. For me, it's the opportunity to have this amazing group of women that potentially win a world championship.
Jill, Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer, and I'd ask perhaps this to Lauren as well. There's been a lot of talk from your players in the last couple of days about the team picking up momentum and coming into form and everything looking better. You've mentioned that your own a couple of times in recent weeks, but is there something in particular you think you could point to that really sparked things and got the team really accelerating in the right direction?
I mean, I think it's, a part of it is just getting the group together. I mean, I can't say I would pinpoint one specific thing in terms of this group. I've said this before. I think internally we always knew within our group what we had inside of us. I always say it's like looking at an iceberg. You guys see the top 10% of the iceberg, and we've got 90% of the water. And so we know what we're capable of. We know what we have in us. And I was obviously very pleased that they played with a great confidence and passion, and it came to its fruition. But, I said from the beginning our best game was ahead of us, and I think we have grown. And I think I didn't want to peak too early, but obviously it would have been easier to come through those rounds a little bit cleaner. But I'll take it. And right now the team is in a really good place, and that's the most important thing.
Hello, I'm Kinoshita from Fuji TV. And actually, many people say the U.S. has a big advantage playing against Japan in the final. But actually, Japan is a 2001 champion. And do you feel like a big pressure playing against Japan, playing against a champion in the final?
I mean, for me personally, I think it's an amazing opportunity for two great teams. And again, I don't look back. It's the opportunity for these players to have their legacy and write history. And I think for both teams, they want that. I can't reflect too much on 2011. I have tremendous respect for Japan and what they are today, not just what they've accomplished in the past.
A question for Lauren. How does the confidence of the team compare to going into the final? How does the bond of the team compare to the 2011 team?
Yeah, I think we are two completely different teams, and I think the biggest difference with the team in 2015 is just the depth that we have on this team is incredible. And I know he asked a question earlier about what changed or if there was a specific point. I remember not being able to play against China and watching the game and watching players step up. And I think that that's what changed is we just have a belief in each other, no matter if you're on the bench or not. Whoever's on the field is going to get it done. And I think we witnessed that against China, and that momentum we just rolled with. So I think that might be the biggest difference for me from 2011 to 2015.
Jill, have you spoken with your father in the last day or two about this? Has he given you any advice? Has his plans changed to come to the game?
No, he's babysitting the grandkids. No, believe it or not, the old boy pulls out a text every so often. So he usually texts me every day, and it's the same one. It says 3 deep breaths, keep going. So no, I know he's there, and he's with me in spirit for sure.
Question for Jill. Which player do you think has developed the most under your leadership?
God, that's like a loaded question, that one, isn't it? I have to say Lauren Cheney because she's sitting next to me, but no. My job is to put an environment together where these players can get better and grow and challenge each other. And they do that. And, I think all the players in here, I think there's certain things, that this staff has brought to the table to help them continue to grow and to evolve. And that was from day one. We kind of agreed as a group, as a team, that we couldn't sit still. We had to continue to get better and push in every aspect. And that's the beauty of working with these players, is that they constantly want to do that. And so it's, in terms of that, it's easy to try and have them all step up and evolve.
Next question? No? So, we have one, the last one here.
What do you guys do the rest of the night?
Top secret. Go ahead.
I don't know if we're allowed to share that.
Yeah, she has to be careful answering that with me here.
No, I mean, we have dinner, we have a meeting, and I think everyone prepares differently. So we go back, and for me, I'll probably play cards maybe, hang out with my teammates, and just enjoy it.
Okay, so we'll conclude. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Lauren. Good luck and enjoy.